guys, what's up? Today we're going to be looking at how to play Better by Zayn. Okay, this is a really cool song, and if there are any beginners out there, which I'm sure there will be, then don't get discouraged just yet when you look at what I'm playing over here. I'm going to show you an easier version towards the end of the tutorial. So as soon as we zoom in, then I'm going to mention the timestamp that you can use to get to that version. Okay, and otherwise, if you do enjoy the video and you find it useful or helpful, then please remember to give it a like and subscribe, and also leave a comment if you feel like it. Okay, cool. So let's zoom into the fretboard, guys, and have a look at the song. Okay, so we're zoomed in and we're ready to go. And as promised, I'll leave a timestamp over here for the beginner version. And if you want to skip straight to that and not look at this version, then by all means do that. I would recommend also checking this version out though if you want some tips to help you out. But just feel free to skip to the beginner version if you're not quite there yet where you can play or try the advanced version. Okay, so let's get into the advanced version, or the proper version. We're going to start with the intro, and the intro has a couple of chords. The song is quite nice in that it's only got 4 chords, or maybe technically 5 for the intro, and the chords that are used in the intro are exactly the same chords that are used in the verse and the rest of the song, because it's all the same except for we're using different shapes. So let's have a look at the shapes used for the intro. Okay, we're going to play a D major, like that. Then it's going to be a D major 7. That's 12, 14, 14, 14. Okay. The next shape is going to be a B minor 7. Okay. And then we've got an E minor. Okay, technically the full shape is like this, but we're not going to use the full shape, just the bottom 4 strings. Okay, and then we've got an E major 7 as our last chord. Just these 3 strings. That's going to be nothing, nothing, 13, 12, 15. Okay. Cool. So, what's actually happening there? So it starts off with just a strum on the D chord, okay, and you don't even have to play this chord. What I would suggest is, if you want to, you can just play this chord instead. It's a D major versus a D major 7, okay, and then you're already here anyway. So you can strum that D major if you want to. That's how the song starts, but up to you, okay. So it's a D major strum. Then we switch to the D major 7. We strum that. Then we put our pinky down on the 15th fret of the E string. Okay, then we take it off and pick that. Okay, so far we have that, okay? Not too difficult. Then we switch to the B minor 7, and I know this chord is probably quite difficult to hold because of how high we are in the neck, on the neck, sorry. But I think I would just say try to practice it a bit to get that, okay? So then we switch to the B minor 7. Strum through that, except for the E string. You're not going to play the high E string, okay? Okay, so then we got... Then we're going to strum through those strings again, except for the high E string. Then we're going to put our pinky on the 17th fret of the 2nd string. Okay, so that's going to go... So as soon as you finish the chord, you carry on with a little riff. That's a very common theme in the song, to strum a chord and then you play a little riff in between, okay? So we got... Then you pick the E string, okay? And that's going to be, you've already got that note held down with the bar that you're holding over here. So, okay. Then we switch to the E minor. Just play the 2nd, 3rd and 4th string over here, okay? Then you're going to pick through all the strings and do a little hammer-on thing, like that, okay? So play the bottom 4 strings, and then you do a little hammer on. You probably can't see it. I'm doing it with my pinky on the 14th fret of the E string, the high E string, okay? And then you take it off after you do the hammer on, and you pick the 12th fret, which you've already got held down because of the bar that you're doing here. Okay, then you do a little mute there. Then you switch to the E major 7. Strum that. Then you're going to do a little, once again, hammer on thing. This is, like I said, very common theme. okay, there. That's going to be hammering on with your ring finger onto the 14th fret of the G string, okay? Then you take that off, and then you play the 12th fret of the G string. Okay, so I'll play through all of that really slowly, just to give you an idea of how that sounds in full, okay? And then you actually go back to the D major 7. Then something interesting happens where they play the D major 7, but then they actually start a new riff, which is the verse, chorus, etc., the rest of the song, okay? So I would say don't play the D major 7 over here, because you're actually going to switch and basically you play the entire riff now at a different part of the neck, okay? So that's the intro done. Now we're going to go into the verse, chorus, etc., rest of the song, okay? So now we're also playing, like I said, same chords, different shapes. So D major 7. Okay, then we've got a B minor 7. Then we've got an E minor. And lastly, we've got an E flat major 7. So these are the chords we're using, and let's have a look at how to play that, okay? Or how to play the entire thing. So we're going to strum through the D major 7. Actually, it's going to be very, very similar to the intro in terms of the rhythm, in terms of the melody. We're just going to obviously be playing it in different places. Right, so strum through, then we go like that, okay? So that's strum through it again, and then play the 8th fret on the B string, then the 5th on the E, okay, 5th on the E is over there. Okay, I'm just not showing you everything fully because of the fact that it's more efficient if I play it like just by keeping the shape, okay. Then you switch to the B minor, play all the strings except for the high E string, okay, so the top 5 strings. Then you're going to go, it's actually the same notes there, so that's 8th fret with my middle finger on the B string, then 10th fret on the B string. Then you're going to switch to the E minor, and then once again don't play the high E string, just play the 5th, 4th, 3rd and 2nd string. Okay, so let me just play what we have so far. That's going to be then we go, so strum through that again, play the 5th fret of the E string. Now this is going to be quite a tricky part. This is likely the most difficult part in the song. So then we're going to play, here's the E flat major 7 shape, okay? It's here, 6, 8, 7, 8, right? Okay, so we're basically sliding into that shape by using 2 slides, okay? It's going to be like a double slide. We're going to bar the 5th fret with our first finger in order to get a slide on the 5th fret of the A string, which is over here. Sorry, 5th fret to the 6th fret of the A string, and simultaneously 5th fret of the E string to the 6th fret of the E string. Okay, so that's going to look like this. So you play the basically the rest of the shape of the E major 7 with these fingers, and then you slide into the shape with this finger, okay? So let's just go back a bit and I'll show you how that looks when you're on the E minor. So you can see over here, I've already set up, I've got this bar on the 5th fret, prepared for this chord. Like that, okay? Pretty tricky, spend a while on that, but I'll actually give you an easier alternative if you don't want to do this whole crazy bar thing. So what you can do is you can just do the slide on the E string, because the slide on the A string isn't super noticeable, okay? So that's going to be like this. Like that, or you can borrow it if you want to, or just use your one finger like that, okay? So then once we're here, then we're going to do this. Okay, so then we're going to change the shape of our E flat major 7 to this. Okay, so take your ring finger, put it where your pinky is, and then you're actually just going to mute the 4th string, right? You're not going to play anything on the 4th string, okay? So the current shape we have is nothing on the E string, 6, mute, 7, 8. Okay, then we're going to strum through that shape and do a hammer on onto the 10th fret of the B string. And then you're going to pull it off, not pull it off, you're going to lift it off and then pick the B string again, okay? So, like that, okay? So let me just show you from the this little slide pod. Then you're going to go back to that D major 7, okay? Okay, so that was a lot to take in. I'm going to play everything really, really slowly, and then I'll play it a bit faster so you guys can see how that sounds in full. Okay. Cool. And just another tip. If you're at this E flat major 7 and you're really struggling to get this whole hammer-on shape, what you can do instead is you can keep the E flat major 7 shape, the full shape, and then once you get to the last note, which is that note there, then you can actually slide it. You can slide it and slide back, and then just make sure you don't keep these other strings ringing, and make sure you don't slide them with. Okay, so basically that's going to sound like this, like that. Okay. So what I'm doing there is I'm actually muting the rest of these strings as soon as I get to that last note. That's actually also a little bit tricky, so pick one, whichever one works better for you. I prefer this one. Right, that one, okay. Cool, so let me play that a bit faster again, so you can just get a feel for how it's going to sound once you get it up to speed. Okay. I'm doing little mutes in between. That's just to keep a bit of a rhythm going. So as soon as you finish the chord, then you can do that. Okay, so that's like there. Basically, when you switch to the chord, you can do little mutes in between. You don't have to do that. That's just something that I like doing. Okay, cool. So that's it. Let's go to the beginner version now. Okay, so we're doing the beginner version, and like I said in the advanced version, which you may not have heard because you may have just skipped it straight away, we're going to do, there's only 4 chords in the song, okay? Those chords are as follows. We're going to have D major 7, so that's nothing, nothing, 0, 2, 2, 2, okay? I mute it, I bar it like this, but you don't have to, you can play it like this, okay? Next chord is a B minor 7, this is a bit of a tricky one. Just a little bit of a difficult chord because it's a bar chord, so beginners will tend to struggle with this. An alternative shape that I think is actually more difficult, but if you don't like barring and you find this easier, then you can try it, is to go this is from the 5th string downwards, 2, open, 2, 3, 2, okay. Like that, okay? You can try that out, or you can do this one, whichever one is easier for you. Then our 3rd chord is going to be an E minor. Nice easy chord. Every beginner learns E minor pretty quickly. Cool. And then we've got this last one, which is an E flat major 7. Just the bottom 4 strings. Okay, that's going to be 1, 3, 3, 3. Cool. And then the strumming pattern we're going to use there is basically something like, okay, so that's, I'll slow that down and I'll explain that quickly. That's going to be down, 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 up, and then just after the up you're going to do a mute. Okay, to do the mute you basically, you don't hold the strings down with your left hand, you just place them over the strings gently. Okay, So you can hear, then you get that sound. Okay, it's quite a quick motion, and it does take a bit of getting used to, but once you get used to it, then it's a really, really handy technique to just throw in and spice up your strumming a bit. Okay. So once again, down, 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 up, mute. Okay, then we're going to switch down, 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 up, mute. Then just finish it. Cool, and that's it. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. And if you did enjoy the video and you found it useful, then please remember to give it a like, subscribe, and please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and any suggestions for future tutorials. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.